Well, a very good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Laithwaite Community Stadium here for this Vanarama National League fixture of third against seventh. Two teams in the playoffs. It's Woking against Bromley once again on a Tuesday night. The same as Ammond. 17 for Brown, but of course 7 of those with Wildston. 29 between those three just named. Lofthouse, first touch to Daly. Back to Lofthouse, who's now on that far side. Left-footed cross looking for Cuthbert and wide. Wants the corner, not going to get it. Glorious opportunity for Woking's number 4 to put Woking in front after 4 minutes.
It was a great opportunity, and you put your house on Cuthbert burying that. It was a beautiful cross from Lofthouse, high hanging. I thought he was just going to nod it home. Instead of that, he got it all wrong and headed it past the post. Great opportunity though.
Really was. We played 10 minutes here. Woking 0, Bromley 0 here on BBC Radio Surrey. One hand in the air from Jude Arthurs, not towards the back post arriving. It's Sawambi. The flag came up eventually. There's an acres of space to central defender, who's not shy in front of goal. It was a wayward effort, but the flag came to Woking's rescue, John.
Yeah, it was a clear offside though, in the middle. You know, I don't really know quite why players do that.
Straight back to Jaskalainen.
And Darren Sol not impressed with Lofthouse at all, losing the ball there in a dangerous area.
He's lost it a couple of times now. Whiteley, Wilkinson's header, Bingham this time, and now with Ince. Missed by Kellerman, but one back by Lofthouse. Has options left and right, but Lofthouse wants to march forward himself. Kyron Lofthouse stings the palms of Charles Cook. It's the first shot on target for Woking.
Yeah, and it's better from Lofthouse. A good direct run.
The two tallest players on the pitch. Cuthbert misses the header. Casey is there to prod it back to Jaskalainen. It's a wayward clearance straight to Kendall. It was a poor first touch, but Kendall eventually finds Bergkamp, and it's trickled into the back of the net. And it's one of the worst goals Woking have conceded this season. Poor clearance from Jaskalainen straight to Kendall, who eventually found his man. And Bromley lead here by a goal to 0. John Moore.
Well, you got to feel for Jaskalainen really, because it was an awful clearance. But, you know, Woking didn't react either. They all seemed to freeze. And it was a relatively easy finish from the Bromley player. Yeah, and it's been the story really of their home form, I think, apart from the Aldershot game.
Yeah, which seems a distant memory at the minute. Played a lot of games since the 4-1 victory here. Kellerman looking for Ammond, whose touch wasn't the best and allowed Whiteley to get back in. And Whiteley's done really well, but missed the clearance and flies into Ammond. Surely that has to be a penalty. I cannot believe that's not been given.
That is an extraordinarily bad decision by the referee.
Goodness me.
How is that not a penalty?
Whiteley fluffed the clearance.
Yeah, he completely missed the ball and then took Ammond out. Unbelievable decision by the referee.
That was one of the clearest fouls I think I've ever seen in the box. You go off what you see first time around. Casey's corner is met by the head of Cuthbert, and all of a sudden the penalty claims have been forgotten. Scott Cuthbert with his first Woking goal has equalised on the brink of half time, and that is exactly what Darren Sol needed. Woking 1, Bromley 1. John Moore.
And justice is done. That was a magnificent towering header from Cuthbert. He missed an easy one earlier on, but he's more than made up for it now. It's a great time to score.
Yeah. Took the words out of my mouth, John. Justice is served after Wilkinson went flying in. Moss is there. This is more like it from Woking, and the crowd are up as well. Ammond down the Woking right. Daly is central, so too is Brown. Here is Ammond looking for Lofthouse. Might fall to Daly with the strike, just wide. Wide of the mark there. Arriving at the back post. And Whiteley can bring it away. Probably been the busiest player for Bromley. Wilkinson meets the loose ball. Hammond might indeed keep this in play. First time ball is a slice, but Brown is onside. Brown is there, trying to turn around on Reynolds. Brown now to Ammond, left-footed chip, looking towards the back post, and Kellerman's header has put Woking in front. Kellerman arriving. All of a sudden this game has turned on its head. 5 minutes ago they were down. And now they lead by 2-1. John Moore.
Well, awful defending from Bromley. I don't know what on earth they were doing, but Woking totally capitalised on it. And a point-blank finish, really. And what an end to the half. Who would have seen that coming 5 minutes ago?
Nobody would have seen that coming, John, is the answer. Lower end of the playoffs. Woking have been in third position for a few weeks now, as Chesterfield continued to drop away. Barnet seemed to be their closest threat. And a reminder of that game towards the end of March. Lovely play to Reece Brown's side netting. Just seemed to cut across his shot. Beautifully fed through.
Yeah, it was well worked, but really he needed to aim for that far post. Never going to beat the keeper at the near post.
Yeah. The referee, don't get me wrong, but the fourth official on the linesman were right there. Cuthbert comes across. Ince takes no chances, and there is so much room for Kellerman to run into. Here's the Woking number 17. Floats the ball out to the Woking left. Lofthouse now, looking to bring the ball under control. Brings it into the Bromley penalty area. Lofthouse cuts onto his left, low drive across the face of goal. Falls to Brown. Hammer with the loose ball, and it's out of the ground. Off the crossbar from Reece Brown. What an opportunity for Woking to find a third. Breaking the lines of Bromley, and eventually the chance has been squandered by both Brown and Ammond, and it's a goal kick. John Moore.
Well, more great work from Lofthouse. You know, it's so good to see him taking his man on. He got to the byline. It was a great cross, and Brown should have buried that, really. He was just leaning back when he hit it. He couldn't get over it.
Great spot. Substitutes imminent. Fisher still has possession for Bromley. Reynolds back to Charles Cook, and Brown goes flying in on the goalkeeper and did catch his man. I think this will be a yellow card. Brown had every right to go for the ball.
Yeah, he did.
But it was a bit out of control.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the referee decides here. I mean, I would say a yellow, but then I would. But yeah, the goalkeeper completely took a chance. He took an extra touch, lost control.
The ball was there to be won, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh, it's a red card. It's a straight red card, and to be honest, as soon as that challenge went in, I had a funny feeling with the man in the middle.
Absolutely, I knew it, I'm afraid. He just couldn't and can't help himself, this referee.
He's equal to it, and will keep the ball in play, more importantly. Dan Moss strokes it down the line to Daly, turns infield, lovely touch as well. Ammond is forward, so too is Lofthouse. Daly's still going, cuts infield, Daly strike, just wide. Opportunity from his own making from James Daly. And Charles Cook was happy to see that one wide, but good opportunity for Woking to find a third. John Moore.
Well, it was a great run, but I would question really whether he was going to score from that far out.
The boos continue for Charles Cook, as Reynolds nods it on to Topolodge.
Yeah, Downside disappointed there that, you know, Bromley got out of Woking's trap.
Kellerman seeking a red and white shirt has found Lofthouse.
Oh, go on, run at them.
Lofthouse from range! Not a bad effort, it must be said. Didn't really have anything else on John, and I think that time you probably couldn't blame him.
It was a screamer, wasn't it?
Goodness me. Inches over the crossbar and post, and it had Reece Charles Cook flying away to his right. But obviously he hasn't really had the opportunity to show what he can do with his hands. There's the full-time whistle. Woking are back in the winners' enclosure. Their first victory here since New Year's Day, and they end a run of 3 games without a win with a victory. They've downed Bromley by 2-1 with 10 men, and they stay in third position. Scott Cuthbert and Jim Kellerman with the goals after Mitchell Bergkamp's first goal for his new club Bromley, who were in front after 26 minutes. Back came Woking after a lacklustre first half on the brink of half-time through Messrs Cuthbert and Kellerman. They stuck it out in the second half, as John mentioned, playing a third of the game with 10 men, and they've come through ready winners in the end. They professionally come through Bromley and Andy Woodman's side to return to winning ways, and they are clapped off by their home fans.